Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to your Friday London session live stream. It's the 27th of May today. Only a couple days left of the month. Okay, so let's get into it here. Let's do a quick analysis. So for news, just like the rest of the week, today is pretty much clear this morning. No news this morning. Do have USD news later in the day. Shouldn't affect us too much this morning. So let's start quickly here on GJ. GJ is looking quite straightforward. So yesterday no trades on GJ because we had closed bullish the day before. Okay, we were in this consolidation. Honestly, this is just consolidation. Price doesn't really have a true direction here, other than the fact if you are looking at the higher time frames, which is obviously very important, and that's where we developed our buys from. So weekly time frame last week, bullish. We had tapped into this daily support on Wednesday. Wednesday we had that bullish candle closure. Yesterday, like I say, we did not get involved as there was just no real opportunity in yesterday's candle for us. Okay, as you can see, we kind of just sold off. Yeah, we were selling off most of the morning, and we began to push up later in the day. We did get a bullish candle closure, but as you can see, I'm looking to get a break of some of these highs here. So looking left, we have this level here. Got your first target over here. So I won't even analyze for sells. If we were to sell, it's going to be below one of these support levels. Okay, so that's pretty far away. You know, if we get there, we can have a look, but I doubt it. It's 110 pips away. Doubt we're going to sell off that much this morning on GJ. So yeah, high time frame is buys. Just going to stick with that bias, wait for a break of some of these major levels here at 160,650. And then, yeah, you've got about 34 pips moving up to your next resistance here. So like I say, pretty straightforward. And then looking further left, we have more clean traffic here. So since we've been in consolidation for some time, you know, just up, down, up, down, up, down, you can see this range is kind of getting tighter and tighter. You know, if you want to call it a triangle of whatever sort. But at the end of the day, this is just consolidation. And as you can see, like I say, we are getting tighter and tighter. So once we break one of these highs or break one of these lows, we will confirm a direction here, and you should see a quite a strong move here. So if we get a break of these highs this morning, you could see quite a strong push. Possibly looking at even tapping into your daily level over here. I could mark up this resistance here. I'm going to just stick to that daily level. As you can see, we tapped into there before. There's a support level there. And that would basically be our it will be our third target. So we'll keep that there. Okay, cool. So like I said, pretty straightforward here on GJ. Let's look at gold on a monthly, considering we are in the last few days of the month. Yeah, we had a very strong push very early in the month, and we tapped into some major support levels, showing signs of rejection here. Looks like we will most probably close above some of these levels unless we get a strong push down in the last few days here. So yeah, this range over here is what we were looking at as we broke below this level here. We were looking at this range, and we said since price is closed below this level, we should push down to the next support. That happened, and then we rejected and pushed back up, broke out of the range. Now looking left, you have this resistance over here. So now we are in that range currently. So yeah, on a daily, it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, you appear to be forming a support here on this level. Okay, and we've already broken the high of yesterday's candle. So we had the strong push down, we had a wick rejection. Yesterday we closed below this resistance or support level. But if you look at this candle, it is basically a doji, and like I say, you've got a pretty strong rejection here, so it looks like a support is being formed at this level at 1850. So we could see price push further up, although if the daily candle were to flip back bearish or break its own lows, you should see price fill these wicks or continue down to 1838. So let's have a look at that on the lower time frame. So we had this level over here, okay, that we were looking at when we took sells the other day, saying that the structure has shifted bearish, okay, but now it's looking like this whole move here is somewhat of a fake out of this level. So you could see price move back up. Like I say, a little bit tricky here. I suppose at the end of the day, you are in this range right here. So like I say, your daily, yesterday we had that bearish doji kind of close with a wick rejection to the downside, looking like we're forming a support here at 1850. okay. And then we have broken the high today already. The high of yesterday. So I say if we break this resistance, we should begin to move up. You got a level over here at 1860,190. Do have resistance here at 1858, but generally we've got pretty clean traffic all the way up to 1860. Looking left here, we've got this candle, this candle here moving up, this candle moving down, up, down. So we should see price move up to 1860 once we break above here. Looking for sales, okay, we are sitting at a resistance, and if you are looking at this from a structural perspective, like I say, we basically, let's see here. Okay, so price was forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We then broke this low over here, forming a new lower low. We came back up to form a lower high. We failed to make a lower low. But at this point, now, if we reject this level, that means that price is failing to make a higher high, which indicates that, okay, there is still some bearish pressure here, and you should see price push to form a lower low. So we could see sells from this area. That is justified as well. So let's have a look on the lower time frame here. It looks like we've got a support at this level. And you do have pretty clean traffic moving back down here. I don't really like this range over here. You've got about not even 20 pips to support, and then you got all these wicks. So I'm not going to say sells below this level, but if we manage to get in sells below this support here, we will be targeting support here. So we'll probably secure most of our positions here by this support, and then have a runner to tap into support over here at 1843. Possibly your best option for sales is to actually wait for your daily candle to flip bearish and break the low to, like I say, for the wick of yesterday. Okay, so there is your low from yesterday, is it? No. This is your low from today. Okay. So a break of this low, you should see price push down to support. Like I say, not too interested to get involved over here. So you're going to have further sells below this support, of course, targeting possibly, this area over here. For now, that's quite far away. So let's just keep an eye on what price is doing right now. looks like we have formed a support here. Like I say, the daily structure, I'm quite happy to take bars. We basically had the support level over here, which price broke below, and as you can see we got a little bit of a push down, but that turns out to be a fake out. So no, I'm not looking to buy right now, but that gives me a little bit more confidence in sells below here, because we've already had a fake out of that support there. We shouldn't get that again. Once we break the support, we should move down. So like I say, gonna have sells below here. At 1852,280. Probably just gonna set an alert here on GJ, so if we do move back up into these levels, we will get notified. Otherwise, there's no point of even looking at it right now. Okay, so I'd really like to see a 30-minute closure above this level before taking action. So yeah, got about 18 minutes to wait here, and yeah, you can see how it goes. Yeah, it hasn't been the best week. Yesterday was quite, I guess, shocking, to say the least. Took two losses. The first loss, okay, we managed both of these losses. We didn't lose as much as we planned to lose, so that's fine. Was definitely a learning day, character building day, whatever you want to say. That's fine. The first sell I liked. We sold on the break of this support here. On the break of that previous 30-minute bullish candle, pushed into about 10 pips here and tapped into a 15-minute support at this level. At that point, we should have secured a little bit and moved stops to break even. Or even if we didn't secure, just move stops to break even. And then yeah, the next sell was just a bit too impulsive. Got a 15-minute doji closure. Where is it? Oh yeah. Had this closure here, entered on the break of that low. That was just impulsive. So not too impressed with that. That is on me, all on me. But the reason I took a third sell was not revenge, and I don't believe it was overtrading. Third trade, call it a day after that, fine. Got the perfect confirmation, got exactly what we were looking and waiting for. This was the analysis. We were waiting for a resistance to be formed, we were waiting for a bearish closure. We got that fake out, as we mentioned as well, of this level. We got that fake out, break back in, sold on the break of the low. We moved down, grabbed about 25 pips. So didn't exactly cover the loss, but definitely felt a little bit better to finally actually grab something and just do the right thing, I suppose. That second trade was the only bad trade. First trade could have been managed better, but the analysis and entry was good. And yeah, like I say, managed risk on both the losses here. So it is what it is, you know, you got to come back, you got to keep doing the same thing. Just have to show up. You just have to show up. So we back, baby. We back. If you've joined the stream this beautiful Friday morning, thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. Proud of you for putting in some time for yourself, investing in yourself. You know, these live streams can get pretty long sometimes, but there's a lot to learn. You can ask questions. I really wish I could play music here on the stream, but I'd get copyrights, infringements, or whatever, you know. Don't know what happened. Yeah, I forgot to change the day here. Sorry about that. You guys could have let me know. Appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes to go here. Moving up on gold. So just waiting for a closure. So on top of yesterday being such a, I want to say, miserable day on the chart, um, ended up with the most views so far, 84 views. I don't know where everyone came from, but I appreciate the support. Probably heard I was taking L's. But you know what, at the end of the day, the market's been pretty choppy the past couple weeks. And you know what, we've still come out on top. Yeah, this was, let's see here, 16th to the 19th. So yeah, Monday we did not take a trade. Last week Friday, Monday we didn't take a trade. Last week Friday we went on stream. 16th to the 19th. Yeah, 16th to the 19th, we were basically in consolidation. We had that strong move up on the Thursday. And even coming into this week, it's just been tricky. You know, it looks like we had a rejection of that level, then we ended up moving further up. Just a funky zone. We're shifting from this downtrend to now a correction. So, like I say, just been a bit choppy. But, still came out on top. So looking at gold here on a 30 minutes. Okay, we've got this minor resistance over here. If we can close above that resistance, and your next candle, let's say, wicks down, taps into that level, and then breaks the highs here, may just have a bar stop on the break of the highs. You'd be looking at about 20 pips, a 20 pip stop loss here. $35 pips for your first target. You do have a resistance up here at about 60, 65 pips. For sells, I need a proper break below this support here. Looks like GJ is forming support in this area. We may start to get that push up. Trying to make a plan with the chat box here. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, we've got 3 minutes to our candle closure and we're still in this range here. Not too happy where price is right now. Like I say, I'd like us to close at least above this resistance here. Then we could still have the option to have buy stops above this level. But if we close below this resistance, I will not have buy stops. I'd rather wait for a break above this level. Although I guess you've had your fake out now. You've got a proper break back into this range here. But like I say, I'd like to see a break above this resistance. If we close above there, should give us a little bit more confirmation for continuation up. And if we break this resistance here, we should just move. So we would have a buy stop above this level, above this previous wick. One minute to go here, and we are just in this range. Okay, guess we're just gonna have to wait for the hourly closure. Yep. Just waiting for London Open now. Trying to find a similar situation to what I'm referring to here. Suppose you could say here we had this resistance, we had another resistance up here. When we closed above this resistance, we broke above there, we pushed to the next target. Not too sure if you understand what I'm trying to say. I guess it's just the way you see things. It's difficult to explain your perspective sometimes. Yeah, I'm expecting to see this 4-hour candle flip here on GJ. We have touched into these lows of the previous 4-hour, just about respected the lows, and showing signs of rejection now. We should push up, flip bullish on this candle, and yeah, we may get what we want here in our session on GJ as well. Still got some range to move up here. If we break that previous hourly low, you could see price continue down. But looking at the stop loss there, about 40 pips. Rather gonna wait for candle closure. just waiting for 9 o'clock. So, yeah, say good morning. Give the stream a like. Ask a question. So yeah, GJ moving back up now. Got a pretty strong support here. You should possibly see on the hourly closure, our next hour we move up quite nicely. So yeah, looking to actually take advantage of this support here. Like I say, higher time frame, we are bullish. Your 4 hour still needs a top wick, so we do have at least 15 pips of range here. And once that 4 hour flips bullish, we can move our stops to break even. So at this point here, we'd move stops to break even. So we're just waiting for a bullish candle closure here now on this level on GJ. Good morning, Kay. How are you? Dapheads. Is that Cameron? Okay, so perps, basically the value on the side. So the value on the side is obviously the price. So, for instance, GBPJPY, pound to yen. So, right now we're sitting at 160 yen to the pound. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, yes. So, we don't, when we try to give a value here on the chart, so this move here, let's say from this resistance down to the support, if you want to say how big that move is, that value, you're not going to say, oh, it was 30 cents. We work in pips. So if you see that value on the right there at the bottom, it says negative 33. So that 33 is your pips. Pips are, I mean, it's quite simple if you're working with the same pairs all the time, but they differ from pair to pair. So here on gold, for every dollar value, every dollar, yes, yeah, every dollar. So let's say you go from Sorry. Let's just say you go from 1850. Okay, looking here on the side, 1850 to 1851. That's going to be 10 pips. So each dollar, like I say, on the side here is basically 10 pips. 1850 to 1851. So this tool I'm using here is just to measure. Now if you look on the top right there, note says 102. Now that's, like I say, why it gets a bit tricky and it differs from pair to pair, because it's not actually 102 pips, it's 10 pips. And then if you go to something like USD ZAR, no, the pips here are also crazy. You know, you may want to measure like a candle, a range, whatever. So like to determine if a range is tradable, for instance, let's say you got a support here, you got a range here, a resistance here. You want to take a trade within this range. You want to see, okay, is this range big enough for me to take a trade? So looking here, that should be 82 or 83 pips. Like I say, I know it says 820 or 830, but you divide it by 10, it's going to give you 83. Like I say, you kind of got to know the pair you're working with. It's simple, but it's weird to explain. It's confusing. Like I say, different pairs have different pip values. SMC. Yeah, on Nasdaq, I'm not even sure if on indices they call them pips. I think they call them points. So basically each dollar on an indice is going to be a pip or a point. And there you're looking at your top left number, that 100. So that there's 100 pips, I would say. Someone would maybe say 100 points. Like I say, different pairs are different. Indices are different to pairs. Commodities are different to pairs. Yeah, when I'm talking buying and selling. Okay, so the way this trading works is we're using leverage. So it's not like, okay, I have 100,000 Rand or $100,000, I'm gonna risk. I'm gonna buy like, let's say 10,000 Rands worth of shares. So I'm risking 10% of my portfolio or whatever you want to say. No, it's not like that. It's more like, let's say you have $100,000 in your trading account. You risk 1 to 2% per trade. So, oh my word. Sorry, so let's say we're going to buy here. This position here, it basically indicates just a trade you're looking to put in. So basically, you would be buying at this level. This is just what this tool indicates. You're buying at this level here, 1856, whatever. Your stop loss is down here, and your target is up here. Okay, let's just make this. I'm gonna make this a 1 to 2. You can see that risk to reward 1 to 2. Okay. So now, this is also where the pips come into it. So you'll measure this range, see, okay, let's just say 50 pips. Now, let's say you want to risk, okay, let's say you got a $500 account and you want to risk 1%, okay, $50. Now, 50 pips, you're going to work out your lot size according to those pips. So that, let's say, if you hit stop loss here, you're going to lose 1%. So you lose only 1%. But if you were to hit take profit, you should make 2%. Depends how you manage your trade. Depends, there's a lot of factors. But very simply put, that's how pips come into it, and that's how the the risk works with this type of trading. So basically the money in your account is leverage, or is, let's say, insurance. How do I say? I've tried to explain this before. It's like collateral. So whatever you lose, the money in your account covers that loss. The money in your account, you're basically trading with more money than you have in your account because of the leverage. Your broker is offering you leverage. So you're trading with basically more money than you have in your account. The money in your account is basically just collateral in case you do lose, so that your broker can cover the losses or whatever. I hope that somewhat gives you an idea. But yeah, it's not like, okay, I have 100,000 rand, I'm going to put 10,000 rand on this trade. It's not like that. It's more like it's weird to explain, man. Nah, no. In essence, you're actually making a bet on where price is going, and the lot size you use on your trading platform is essentially the size of your bet. So that lot size, you basically, the size of your bet, like I say, I really don't want to be calling it a bet, but for simplicity's sake, let's call it a bet. Your lot size that you use for a trade multiplied by your pips that the price moves is gonna give you your profit or your loss. So you can work that out beforehand. If, let's say, you can say, okay, my stop loss is gonna be 20 pips, and then I work out my lot size for the 20 pips to risk whatever number dollar value I want to risk, then you know, okay, you know exactly how much you're risking beforehand. Nothing happening here. GJ's pushed back up. Okay, this is fine. I would like to see a bullish closure on this support here. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so gold's moving back up slowly. We still have the possibility of closing above this resistance here and not here. So if we close above this resistance coming into London Open, and we get a bit of a wick down and then a break of these highs, you should see volume carry us to the next level here. Cameron, did you hack me or something? Why am I getting extra lines on my chart here? I did not put these lines in here. Okay, here we go. Looks like you're gonna get your support on GJ. So we've got two trades lining up here right now. Gonna have to just see which is looking better. I suppose gold, I would say it's gonna be safer to have a closure above this level over here. So as of right now, if GJ reform the support, you've probably got better buys here on GJ. Got about 7 minutes left here to our hourly closure. Okay, gold's looking a little bit better here. So I've put this level in here just to give you an idea of where I'm looking to move my stop loss to break even and possibly secure a little bit of the position. GJ, like I say, already marked up this level on your 4-hour high. We do not have a top wick on the 4-hour. So as we flip bullish on the 4-hour, you'll see here, as we flip bullish, I'll want to put stops at break even. So right now looking at two possibilities here. Looking at a buy, if we get a closure like this, your next candle I'd like to see a little bit of a wick down, possibly tap into the support and then break the high here. And you're probably going to be looking at a 23 pip stop. Moving stops to break even at about 10 pips, and we have, excuse me, we have some big targets here. Not looking for home runs, you know, we'll secure as we tap into resistance here at 160, 500 kind of thing. But looking left, you know, we on a daily if we do break above, come on, man. If we do break above some of these levels, you know, if we break above yesterday's high, we should definitely tap into this area, and I don't see why we couldn't move on to the next level there. So, yeah, we have some big targets here for runners to potentially continue. Not really liking how it's closing. I'd have liked a little bit more of a bullish candle here. Yeah, no. So just gonna wait here on GJ. Got a minute left. Gold, oh my word. So yeah, right now both of these ideas right now are invalid. May just have to wait for 9:30. No good. Neither of these no good. If we happen to get a closure above this resistance here, we could look to push on up. If we break these highs, we should move, but I'm just not too happy with the closure here. I mean, your hourly is just about closing below support. Yeah, I would have liked a stronger confirmation there. I do believe we should push up and create that high for the 4 hour still. But I want to see a bit of a stronger closure here. Bar stop on the breaker has possibly. Gonna give it a few minutes. We may come back to put bar stops on the break of these highs. If you break this 15-minute high, your previous 15-minute high, you should fill the rest of this range. Could close above here on the 15. Not too excited to get involved on a 15-minute. Sorry, this is a 30-minute here. Looks like you formed a support here, breaking that 30-minute high. You know what? We are still just above that high there. Yeah, gonna enter now. It's pretty much the same entry as your power stop would have been on the break of that high anyway. Gonna have a stop loss below the previous 30-minute candle here. Possibly below the hourly. Let's see. Yeah, gonna put it below the previous hourly. So yeah, the idea behind this entry was basically, excuse me, let me just adjust our target here. Basically coming into a time of volume here, we are bullish. Okay, we've formed a support here, and we had this doji kind of candle here where volume kind of just died down. Obviously, in anticipation for London Open, we've had Open now, broken that high. We should push up to fill this range, like I say. That's going to give you just shy of 10 pips, and we can see what to do as we tap into that resistance. We should see how price is reacting at that level, and we can take action from there. So just basically giving us a bit of a advantage here, taking the trade below this resistance. Like I say, we had this resistance where price was reacting to, but since we had this candle closure, and looking on a 15, you've basically formed a support here. Your hourly obviously formed the support, close bullish here. With volume, we should drive up and fill these wicks. Check out GJ. So yeah, I mean, bar stops above those wicks would have worked. You're about to flip on the 4 hour here. Your stop is going to be pretty big. 32 pips, not too bad. Yeah, I may as well just wait for a break above that resistance. Sorry. If we just so happen to flip back bearish on this candle, we will manage our positions here. Yeah, those GJ bars above the highs there on the 15 would have been great. Analysis played out perfectly. We've pushed up, forming that top wick on the 4-hour. But there's still opportunity to get involved. So we'll just wait for a break above resistance here. So gold flipping bearish right now. I don't know why my broker is so different. Didn't flip bearish here on my broker, so I'm just gonna leave it in for now. If we break below 1853,888, let's say, then we can take off some risk here. We've had a pretty strong move up here on GJ, so what we learned the other day was that after such a strong move, you probably want to wait for a 30-minute closure. So yeah, I'd like to see a 30-minute closure above this level here. If you re-break the highs here on the 30-minute, you should see price tap into 1855, 1856, 1856, this resistance over here. There we go. Pushing. Okay, so like I see at this point, we want to see how we can manage this position. Should be sitting at about 8 to 10 pips. Your 15-minute is about to close. So let's give this a second. Let's see if we can close above the resistance here. Okay, pushing, about to tap into that 4-hour high, previous 4-hour high. So sitting at 10 pips, gonna close half here. Close half at about 10, 11 pips, 12 pips. I do really want to give this space. I'd like to move stops to break even as we tap into 1857. I'd like to move them to break even now, but I just want to give this a bit more room to run so we can maybe adjust our stops to below the previous 30-minute candle now. And that'll save you some pips there. So stops are now 19, 20 pips. As long as we close above here, there we go, there we go, there we go. So we've still got 50% of this trade running here. Okay, stops are going to be at break even right now. Just about tapped into that break even level. We got no bottom wick on the 15 minutes, so I'm going to close. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out the percentage personally. Let's say another 20%. Yeah, closing about 20% here. So got about 30% of the original position running. So yeah, close that out at about 28 pips. What I'll do is, as we tap into our first target here at 1860, is I'll be closing out 90% of the entire position. So I'll just leave 10% to run. And like I say, looking to run up back into the daily highs over here at 1867. In fact, looking left, this is quite a strong level here at 1864, 400. So probably just gonna leave our final target up there for, it should be about 90 pips, 95 pips. Yeah, one win on a Friday, you know what that is. We're gonna call it a day here, guys. I mean, GJ looks so like it has a lot of potential, but I mean, let's be realistic. Been making some stupid mistakes, I guess. So time to grow up. I mean, it's Friday. Why should I sit here and mess myself around? So we had stop loss below the previous hourly for 25 pips. We secured half at 12. And so far we've secured 27 pips here on gold. Moving up, looking to close, like I say, 90% at 50 pips. What a day, what a day. This is how you finish a week after fucking around the whole week. Got a pretty strong rejection area on a 15. Yeah, at about 38 pips. Just something we need to be careful of. Where's all the viewers today, man? I was really blown away by everyone joining yesterday. Quite a nice show out, 84 views. Like I say, maybe they heard I was taking L's. Just started hopping on the stream. No one hops on the stream when I'm taking dubs. Just gonna close this GJ tab. I don't even want to see GJ. It looks very enticing. So as it stands, our total for the week is a bit better than last week. I mean, like I say, things have been pretty choppy. If you can see, these first couple weeks, we're executing same idea the entire time. GJ sell, GJ sell, gold sell, gold sell, gold buy, GJ buy loss. This whole week we were selling gold and GJ. So yeah, just capitalizing on the same ideas as the market had those big moves down. And then this week got a little bit messy, took a lot of trades this week. Ended up being a very big week, but also had a very big loss and didn't manage that loss. So getting better at that, that's for sure. But yeah, you can see executing same ideas. Gold sell, gold sell, gold sell, gold sell. Sold gold the whole week. Had one buy on GJ. Other than that, selling GJ as well. Yeah, just been a bit choppy. Still came out on top. Managing risk. Chipping away. Yeah, like I say, your 15-minute candle didn't have a bottom wick. So, I guess it was quite likely to come back and form that bottom wick. But if we can just tap into support here, get a slight little bottom wick and then drive straight back up, I mean, that would be great. But since now we have that advantage that I was talking about, we could form that wick and possibly not get not get stopped out and still drive up. So yeah, closed 70% of our position right now. Closed the majority, just letting the rest run. So if we get stopped out, it's not the end of the world. But if we had entered on the break of this level here, at this point we'd have stops at break even, we would have just been stopped out. So we risked it for the biscuit. And yeah, man. And we got choc chip. I hope GJ closes below resistance. Just so that I don't have to look at it. Yeah, not too much to do here, just waiting. Your 30-minute has just closed. You should see a wick down, possibly tap into support here, and we should continue to drive up. You know, we may get stopped out, unless this is going to be a fake out, but I mean, we've caught our pips for the day. Your 30-minute doesn't have a top wick, so we should see a flip of this candle, fill the wick here. You know, that's actually quite a nice entry. We are waiting for a break above this level. So to have bar stops on the break of the high there, or as this candle flips. The only issue I don't like with this is your stop loss is going to be below the current candle. Just doesn't feel the safest right now. But nothing wrong with a bar on the break of the current candle high to continue moving up. In fact, sorry about that. So we're gonna have a bar here on the flip of the candle. Gonna manage this pretty aggressively. I'll move stops to break even as we begin to fill this wick. So yeah, we'll move stops to break even as we tap into this level here. Okay, lower time frame looks like we're struggling to push up here. We should see some nice volume on that candle flip, and doesn't look like it's happening. So gonna give it a few more seconds here, otherwise gonna close it out at break even. Okay, so yeah, gonna close out this position here. -5 pips. Since we're basically stacking on top of this position, technically, just gonna deduct 5 from there. Okay, so yeah, still got a runner running here, but I'm gonna just leave that be. Currently sitting up about 15, 16 pips of profit. So gonna let that thing do its thing, and I'm gonna be off, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the support. If you haven't clicked like,